This laptop. This laptop and throw it. Hello. I am awake. Mostly. Not even mostly. I'm like halfway awake right now. Half awake, half asleep. Very in the in between sleeping and waking state. Hey, Myra. And let me see if this works. So I just muted the mic. It's like half awake, half asleep. Hey, Chad. Wait, are you still up? Did you go to sleep? Yeah, I'm like right now, but I've had like four synchronicities. So my phone is still on a 24-hour clock, right? So I got 1311, which is 111. Then I got 1323, which is 123. And then I got 1331, which is just a mirror of 13, right? And then I boot up my laptop, which is still on Eastern time, and it was 2:34. I was like, wow, look at that. Um, but in and out like me. What? But so I had this series of dreams. The last one was so I'm starting to wake up a little bit now that I'm talking about it. I can feel myself waking up. I was like still half asleep or in that in between dream and wake state. Um, but I had this dream, and I'm not going to talk about the whole dream. But the second part of the dream was related to something that I've been doing that I've been a lot more intent and conscious about for the past 2 months, for the past month and a half at least. Um, and there was this mirror. Again, I'm not going to go into the whole dream because I don't think it's a very, yeah, Chad, that like I was walking out there when I got up and I feel like I'm like, wow, I'm not completely awake yet. Um, but in this dream, oh, nice. In this dream, I was looking for, so the first part of the dream happened. There was like this a race to catch, I think it was a person that we were looking for, but it could have been a thing. I don't know. So I'm like speeding to get here because I wasn't even here, but something let me know that something was going on. So I'm like, meow, like going through all this, whatever. And um, well, I was more awake this time, Chad. Like I was awake and not asleep in that half awake state. So I hope you're not falling off of bridges while you're actually awake. Thank you. It's this. It's a little tame right now. I was gonna open the thing up. I was like, you know what? I don't even care today. Um, but so the first part of the dream, like, it's this. I don't remember exactly what it was. I remember the second part of the dream a lot more than the first part, like how we got here. But I think there was like this old temple door type thing, and there were people who went in, and I hurried up and I got in, and I was with somebody, and I turned around and I was like, the door is closing, like, are you not coming? And the person was hesitating, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going, you can stay outside if you want to, but I'm going in the door. So I left somebody at the top of the dream. um yeah, Chad. And for some reason it'll be when I have those, it's like right when I'm falling asleep. I'll have this little dream. It's like this 2-second dream that I'm like walking upstairs or I'm walking downstairs or I'm doing something and I'll trip and then I'll just like jump awake. And then I'll get mad because then I'm like, wow, I was just about to get to sleep. I don't like it. because it always happens like when I'm super tired and after it takes me a while to get to sleep. Because then I'm like, wow, okay. But I've never really had it happen in the middle of a dream, um, which is nice because in the middle of the dream, I feel like I'd be more upset, especially if it was a good dream. Yeah, it hasn't happened to me in a while, but it just started within the past few years. And I think low key, it only really happens when I'm in this room, but that might not be true because I don't spend too much time in this room, or I haven't spent too much time in this room in the past few years. Um, but yeah, so at the top of the dream, I left somebody, and I was like, "Oh well." And then we come into it is like a race, right? I guess there's a challenge or something. It wasn't like a race, but we were all in this situation trying to get out of it. And it all took place in like this room, which was like a library. And so then for some reason, I go talk to the librarian, which was a dude who was standing by and watching all of us. So I don't know if he was like a proctor for the test, a judge for the race, or whatever. But he was like, go outside and look at the mirror, and you'll like, he was like, and your mind will be blown or something like that. And so I'm going out. And at first, I didn't even go look in the mirror. I'm like, because the race is going on right behind me, and I don't want to spend too much time because to me, it's like a puzzle and I'm figuring it out, which I'm really excited about. Um, and so I'll go outside. Like, I step right outside and I'm like looking up in the glass and trying to see my reflection in like the glass instead of the mirror, which is across the hall. And then I think it was my mom who came back behind me and she was like, "You're not looking in the glass. He said to go to the glass." So I leave, "Hey, Bloomin' Rose. Hola. How are you?" Um, I'm just talking about a dream I had today. Real quick, I'm going to go help my grandma set up her Christmas tree. So I'm not going to be on here too long. Um, but I go across the way and there was like this tree. It was like this really big tree, but the wood was glass. Well, it was a mirror. The wood was mirrors. And so I go over, and then someone else looks in the mirror first, and they're like, "What?" And then I go look in the mirror, and with what I see in the mirror, like it clicks instantly. And I instantly know, like, okay, so this is what this is about. And so I go back and I'm talking to the dude. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I figured it out like instantly. And he's just looking at me like he's pleased and like not really impressed because I feel like he knew that I would figure it out. But the thing that's reflected to you in the mirror, I guess for a lot of people, it like freaks them out. And they have this, it's like a mental dissociation or disconnection from who they are because what's reflected back to them isn't who they think they are. And again, I'm being intentionally vague. Um, and so, but I'm like, yeah, I figured it out immediately. And it's been related to this thing that I've been working on for like the past month and a half. Honestly, I kind of got a little lax on it. I was super intent about it like a month ago. First, I got the idea. Then I was like really into it. And then like finals happened. And now I'm tired. Um, and so then it's like once I had that information, I went in and I immediately like knew what the answer to that part of the challenge or race or puzzle or whatever was. Um, and it was interesting because it's like the method that the way I went about it sort of opened up an escape for everybody. It wasn't just me. And I wasn't too focused about the competition at this point anyway. Um, I was just kind of enjoying it and having fun and figuring it out as I went. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Again, it isn't really anything substantial, and I don't really have anything to talk about too much. I'm about to go help my grandma set up her tree. I'm sort of like intent on having another good day today. Why did I just pick up my phone? Why did I just pick up my phone? People are getting left behind. Just like in the top of the dream, I wasn't like it was because I went with a friend and I was like, "You're not coming, like you're gonna miss out on this." And they were hesitating, and that door was closing. And I said, "You know what? I don't have time to sit and try to pull you into this room. This is you have to enter this on your own. And I don't have time to sit and convince you to come and that this is something that you want. I'm doing it. And I can't care about whether you come or not because it's your choice." And I'm just so over it. I'm just over it. I look at my phone and I'm just like, really? No. But anyway, tell it. Fine, I'm coming. I mean, hey, we all make our own choices. I know the pain. It didn't even hurt though. Because in the dream, I'm just like, if you're not coming, I'm not waiting. And I have no reservations, none at all. Because you're here right in front of this door with me. Like, and it's a point that I had to reach myself. And I think I've mentioned this a few times, but um, like it was after Thanksgiving, right? Where I had to make that decision that I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. And since I'm not holding myself back, I'm not going to allow anybody else to hold me back either. So if people get cut out or if I'm moving and you're not moving, then I'm not looking back. I'm not like life is too short and I'm moving. So you ain't even got to get out the way. I'm gone. Now you can sit in front of the door and be like, "Oh my gosh, like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like it's the unknown and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Girl, that door is closing. If you ain't coming, you get left." And I go through the door. Don't expect me to be like, "Oh my gosh, come on, hurry up, the door's closing." Cause and me talking to you, I'm gonna miss out. And I'm not missing out. I missed out for long enough. I'm not doing it. Am I an Aquarius? I am Pisces, Blooming Rose. But my Jupiter is in Libra and my Saturn is in Aquarius and they trine. And I'm a Pisces, so Jupiter is one of my co-rulers. So having that Saturn trine right there with my Jupiter is like I get both access to that Aquarian and Libran energy, which is the King and the Queen of Swords. And I've really been coming into those two, which I kind of like. So not gonna lie, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I've really been feeling it. I was like, my Libra was like out of balance for a while. My Libra was shook, and that kind of maybe at the same time threw my Aquarian game off a little bit because I feel like I really well. So my 10th house is in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and then I have like Aquarius right there, and my Sun is in the 11th house. like right next to, it's my son occupies the same house that Aquarius like starts in. Because I have Aquarius on my 11th and my son is in there. So I have a lot of access to Aquarian energy. Yeah, get that mojo back. We're coming with you. See, it's like it's not even a coming with you type of thing though, honestly. Because when we were in there, everyone was like doing their own thing. And it's like, if we meet up on the other side of the door, then like that's super cool. Make sure that you're doing what you need to get there, to get to the door before it closes and to walk through the door. Because walking through it, it's not going to be easy. But I mean, as long as you're ready and you're dedicated and you're actually doing the things, then I'm sure you'll be fine. But yeah. So, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, Blooming Rose. Like we can't really take anyone with us anywhere, right? So, you're ready. Nice. Girl, I don't even want to look at these messages. I'm so far removed and I'm so far over it. High key, I might just shut the whole YouTube thing down and just be over all of it. Okay. It's too much work. See, but I feel like as long as you have the resolve to do the work, you'll get far enough. And so I don't think you have to necessarily be done with everything. You just have to really be in that place to get it done. And I don't know what time period or time frame that door corresponds to, but I'm pretty sure by the time 2020 comes in, like maybe you can like slip through the crack. But oh, you mean bringing people along? Oh yeah, it's too much work and it's a futile task. Like it can't happen. You can't take somebody else. Like you can try, but it doesn't work. Excuse me. And I guess it does work. But if you do that, you're not going to get out of it all that you're supposed to because you're going to spend the whole time looking after somebody else. And like for me, I wasn't necessarily like competing. I wasn't in competition, but it was like people were racing to this door and we were trying to find this thing. It was like an escape room in a way. A very, very messed up, like fun house, magic house type of escape room. Because there was one part of the dream. Yeah. And I feel like we all sort of come into it at our own time, right? Especially with what is happening right now. I feel like for the people who've been doing it longer, it's like they get the benefit of time and experience, but for them also, I feel like it's been a slower process. And for the people who came into it more recently, it's a lot of things that are very rushed. And I feel like there are a lot of things that we're supposed to be checking off. And I came in like not too recently. Like I've had pretty much a full year, which for me is like perfect. But for the folks who came in like after that, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to check off before you're like ready. And like we're always more ready for the thing than we feel we are because the fact that we come up on the challenge itself means that we are ready to face it. Now, it might take us some time to muster up the courage or to evaluate or to find the strength or to like really fill into that space and to overcome it. But the fact that we come upon it means that we're ready to overcome it. Um, and it, it kind of takes as long as we need it to. So you're too experienced the hard way. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say too experienced, but yeah, you've definitely. I don't even know which situation would be better, honestly. To be waiting for a door to open and to therefore have like other things that you still have to do, or to get there at the moment it is opening and or closing, honestly. Um, no, I learned the hard way. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much it's not. Yeah, and it's something that like if everything were perfect, we wouldn't be looking for, right? But anyway, I did not plan on being here for too long. And yeah, we can't take people along. We all have to do our own thing. If you do take someone along, you're going to be more focused on them getting it than you doing it. And I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen. I've never been that type of person, really. It's like, I say something once, twice, maybe three times. But after that, it's like, girl, dude, I gotta move. I gotta move. Cause this, no. But yes, you began again. Yeah. So I don't know. That's why I've kind of like backseated a lot of things. I'm just like, because I don't know. I feel like we've come up on that part. It's like that solo phase because I don't know if it's necessary. And I kind of spoke on this the other day. I don't know if it's necessarily been happening because I feel like it's been very, with the community being the size it is, it's very easy to go to someone else whenever we come upon something. But I feel like this whole time we've supposed to been going within and establishing that connection with ourselves so that we don't have to go to other people. Because when things really start to move, like really start to move, like you it's like this incredibly fast conveyor belt, and like there's stuff coming around on the belt and it's so fast you can't even really see it, but you're supposed to know when to stick your hand out and to grab something. And if you're like watching, trying to wait, trying to grab, you're gonna miss it. You're supposed to just know. It's like, you're watching the belt, you hear hand out, hand in, boom, you get what you need. Hand out, hand in, boom, you get what you need. Okay, now take this over here to that belt. Hand out, hand in. All right, now take these over to that person because that person's going to know how to combine all three of these things, and they're also going to have this other connection that's going to get you further. So you go there. Like if you have to at each individual step go and ask and seek and try to watch the belt, you're going to miss it. And like it's I don't know. It'd just be a shame if people start missing stuff, or if stuff slows down, because it's just like, I don't know, you just gotta know. You gotta know. And so that's part of the, like, I've been making sure that I'm in tune with myself in these past few days. Um because I know that like once stuff starts moving, that's where I need to be. Um so yeah. I mean, that bit was like kind of reiterated. It is 24 minutes and 37 seconds. I don't really have anything else to say. So I'm going to shut this down right here so I can go help my grandma. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Um, Best of luck with closing out 2019. Um, and yeah, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be on is, honestly. Or if I'll be on, who knows? I'm just like more in the moment, you know? And if it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense. Um, and these cards have been in this box this whole time. I kind of pulled them out the other day, but I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this. Because I'm looking at the cards and I'm like, and I guess this dream was also sort of related, but it's like, excuse me, I'm just going to become a lot more intentional with the experiences that I manifest in my life. So I don't really need a card to tell me because I'm deciding now. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I'll catch y'all later. Thank y'all for stopping in. Like I said, I hope everyone has an amazing time. And connect to yourselves. Also, learn what satisfies you, learn what sustains you, and learn how to pour into yourselves because that's also important. Because I feel like if we don't pour into ourselves, then it's almost like we don't benefit from what we do as much as we could be doing because we're like strengthening ourselves, right? But if you don't pour into yourself, then it's like, I don't know, you're on E. What are you going to do on E? And you're going to be susceptible to a lot of things that you don't want to be. And it's just like pour into yourself, take a step back. However, you recharge, because you don't want to go into the new year like with a dead battery. Because then it's like, where are you going to go? Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But it's beyond just self-love and self-care because like self-love and self-care is a part of it. But it's like mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I feel like self love and self care really take care of those mental and emotional sides, but there's a spiritual feeling that also needs to happen. But it's weird because it's a spiritual self feeling. And that's where coming in tune with your connection and strengthening that connection and sitting with that connection and being okay and comfortable sitting by yourself, because it's like as we retract that attention from the outside, we need to be focusing it inside and really filling out that space, filling FILLING out that space and feeling FEELING out that space. Like we're supposed to be doing both, filling and feeling. um and it's also going to be important. So yeah, all right, that's it. And it ain't even been half an hour. Hey, I get to get started with my day. Hey, I did wake up late because I was up much too late last night. But I'm up and I'm gonna go help my grandma. So I'll catch y'all later.